Hello everyone, welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are already a subscriber. Today's video is going to be a real time plan with me and my Hobonichi cousin for the week of July the 28th through August the 3rd. So we are starting a new month in this one. Let's go. So this week I am using this really pretty washi from the Q2 subscription of the Coffee Monster Co. for 2025. I think in my setup video I said it was Q1, but it's definitely Q2. And I have been very excited to get to this week and to use this particular washi. I think it's absolutely super duper cute. And it definitely gave me Lunasaw vibes, and Lunasaw is actually on Friday. So we are gonna do a bunch of cuteness. I'm gonna pick out some, I think I wanna use these two and maybe this green. I feel like these are really good pairing. I wish I had like an orange that would go with that, but I don't. So we're just gonna make do with what we have. And then I have my TWSBI Echo. I think that's all it's called, is a TWSBI Echo. And I use extra fine. And this is in like the Cafe Bronze, I think is what it is. And it is inked up with Coffee Monster Co. ink, the Coffee Monster Co. ink. I'm excited because I think this is going to be the last spread I do in this ink, because I'm going to be switching over to the Forgotten Iced Coffee that I finally picked up from the Esther Brooke release. So I'm really excited about that. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and start like all of my tracker type of things. So we're gonna start there, and then I want it to dry really well before I write over it. So we're gonna get started. I definitely want this pink to be very apparent. So I think I'm gonna do the pink. Oh, that's so pretty. And so for the pink, we're using 772, which is literally probably my favorite pink ever. It's just soft and girly, and it's not aggressive. I'm just gonna do that swatch. And then I am gonna do another swatch down here for water. And then move over here. I think I'm gonna save the yellow for like little notes or things in the spread, and then use this green. I'm gonna do a mood tracker. I'm gonna do an energy tracker. And then instead of a read, I'm gonna do a weather, I think, maybe. No, you know what I really wanna do is I'll use the yellow for weather. Like maybe after like a morning to-do list a little bit or something, like maybe somewhere where I'm in transit, or maybe like the end of each day, maybe. I think I like that idea. But I'm not really reading right now, which is slightly problematic. I think I am gonna use it for weather now that I've really given it a little bit of thought. And I think what I wanna do is mark the days with yellow. And then that kind of leaves like a little bit of space for some tasks, like maybe just like some bullet point style tasks that I might want to work out through the week. So now I'm going to go back, and like I said, I'm not going to write in my headings. going to grab a pencil board just to give me a little bit of resistance, not too far back, but a little bit. And then I'm going to use a sticker book to help raise everything up a little bit. And then I do the same little emojis or the little faces for my energy level, but I do add an additional one. Oh, I did it again. One of these weeks I'll get it where I don't inverse the days of the week, which drive me bananas that I can't seem to like get it together. I'm sure if I was like prepping without filming, it would work out just fine. This is gonna be weather again. I don't wanna write on top of the days just particularly yet. I'm gonna do a circle for VVX. Download and post. Thanks. Nails and brush. Don't ask me why I did an and sign and then an and writing. And then I need to meal plan specifically for the beach. Do I want to like go out? Okay. Then we're down at the bottom here. So I definitely want to extend this out a little bit. So the first tracker that I make is for personal. So we have skincare, vitamins, meds, meals, steps, workout, and read, and VVX right now. I think that's all that I've put on there recently. Yes. Okay, and then the next column tracks this is always like the hardest one for me to do because I don't feel like I have anywhere to rest my hands and I'm just like dropping off the page and my handwriting just goes to hell in a handbasket. So I want to do rent, affirm, capital 1, chase, VS, target, and then I feel like there's one more that I'm forgetting and I don't know what it is. I think it's Nordstrom, but I actually think I prepaid that, so there's that. Then the next section that I move over to, and I do want to move I don't know that I love the circles here, like they're not big enough, I feel like. Okay, we'll back it up to like September almost for the pad. Okay. And I feel like the 2 sticker books is too many. Nope, just kidding. We're starting to hit that point in the year. . So I'm gonna do tracker, weekly, daily. That is definitely out of order. Weeks and 5 year. Okay. And then again, that's gonna be the days of the week. And then this is the apartment. I don't know why I'm trying to write so far away, but I am. Make bed. Dishes. I'm seriously considering redoing my little like apartment list over here. And then I feel like I'm missing something. I almost certainly am. Oh, I've done like garden. But garden's like a daily thing too. So 'tis the season. We'll just leave garden in for now. Okay, so that is our, I'm so sorry, I live off of a highway. I know I've talked about this ad nauseum before, so I'm super sorry. I can't do anything about the crazy highway noises. Okay, and just because I know me, and I know I didn't talk about the other colors, so we have 772 is our pink. We've got 991 as our yellow, which is right here. And then we've got 192 as our green. And I really think that everything complements, and I like the softness. I think this is gonna be really pretty. I'm glad I didn't do big blobs of the yellow like I had thought about. I think that's just the hint that I needed. So awesome. All right, that is our setup for the week. The next time I see you, we are gonna be working through Monday. See you then. All right, so it is time to get down to Monday. So let's get started. So the first thing I did was I already popped in my weather. I just did that preliminarily because I tend to forget, but we are gonna walk through Monday. So my mood Monday, I feel like I kind of hovered here and my energy was probably about the same. As far as skincare goes, I am gonna mark off that. Actually, that's wrong. We're already off to a great start, everybody. Okay. I just get 1 slash for that, so I'm gonna let that settle for a sec. Vitamins and meds though, that does get marked off. I haven't logged my meals. I did get to 10,000, so I put a dot if I hit 10,000 and X for 12. I did get in a workout and unfortunately no virtual voyage. Skipping bills, trackers, everything kind of honestly. I do get a little check mark for working on weeks. Meds, or making my bed, dishes, litter box, floors, 10-minute task right now is like the virtual voyage thing, and then no 1 task, so there's that. I'm gonna make a go at trying to write on the line and see how it goes. It may still be too wet. I'm a little worried, to be honest, that it's gonna bleed. But this will also kind of test it. I think it might be okay. I usually try to let it sit for as long as humanly possible before I write in headings and things. So that will take care of that. Now I have been smart enough to have a little bitty cheat sheet to write down all of what happened today to the best of my abilities. I'm gonna take my watch off and let it charge. Okay, so I do need my little goodies. I actually just realized that I need to try to pick up a new envelope this next go round because this one's starting to get pretty worn from being in my purse. So I just want to pick one up. Right. I want to get a YouTube icon. And TV icon. I think that's where I kind of want to start for right now. Okay, these are just some that I think I'm going to want to use. I'm so sorry for any highway noises. I can't do anything about them. Okay. All right. This is the only thing about a fountain pen that drives me bananas is that with this particular one, if I don't cap it, I will end up with having to try to get it like restarted. So there's that. And then I can go ahead and start looking for kind of like a work sticker in a minute. But let's get going. So pretty early on, I tidied the apartment, and then I want to put down an icon for YouTube. Or film. August setup. And then I want to do a little dot for gas because I needed to get gas on the way into the office. And then as far as work goes, I had a lot of phone calls I needed to make, but paperwork I needed to start, emails I needed to get back to. So it really was kind of a little bit of everything. But I do feel like I was kind of phone heavy for a change. I feel like I've said that in a few videos now. Like I've definitely been more on the phones than I typically am. Let me make sure I don't have like one that's hanging out somewhere. Like I have like the big ones. Okay, so we're gonna use this one. Mostly it's me like calling people as like a follow-up type of thing and that. So I do need a ruler. Might just have to use whatever's handy because I don't know. All my things are crazy today. Okay, and I was at work to normal time, which is 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna go from here to here. Okay. And then I want to write check in with Sarah because it was her first day back from vacation. And then I'm gonna do just the clients that I worked on. What that is. Like I said, I kind of have my cheat sheet off to the side. think, okay. I think I'm going to stop there just for a second. Here, so we've got this list looks long. It is, because these are all the things that apparently I goaled to do, but did not achieve as well. So the list was a little muddied. So I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. I don't really super love my handwriting, but I can tell, like, I just haven't used my fountain pen in a while, so I haven't practiced. But I'm gonna set that down there and then work on getting some stickers down. So I'm gonna do, I feel like I wanna do a bigger sticker, but there's like bigger things that happen that day too. And this one, I don't think involved weights. Did. No, the one I did this weekend did. This one didn't. So this was more like steps. So I'm gonna flip this around for, because I didn't even like lay down or anything. Like this one was different. Okay, so we're gonna do a little step-by step like that. And then I'm gonna put it there. And I'm going to put RFP. This was literally just had it in front of me. So this is what happens when you have cheat sheets, which I'm already like brainstorming for next year how I'm gonna solve my cheat sheet problem. And by cheat sheet, I mean like the Post-its and all the things that I have off to the side, tracking my day if I'm filming. I'm gonna say day number 21. Yes, this was 21. Okay. And then I want to put in a very exciting sticker. So let's do, so what is the countdown? So it's a 16-day countdown. So I'm gonna do, just one of these. Kitty glitter. And I kind of like the idea of catty quartering because I feel like that happens anyway, and this will make it look more natural when we get later into the week. And I'm super excited because we booked Orange Beach vacay. I'm gonna do some hearts. I'm super excited, which means that I took up too much space to put my TV show, but that's okay. I started watching, I started watching, re-watching season 1 of Wednesday in prep for next week, which I'm super excited for that week because I'm gonna have a fun little plan with me for then too. Super cute. And then I am also watching Hunter's Wives. So I am very excited about that. I love a good murder mystery kind of jam, but that pretty much sets up today. The only difference is some of these are gonna migrate over to Tuesday where they weren't complete, but I wanna let that dry. So that is gonna call it a clip for this particular segment. All right, I'll catch you guys on our Tuesday update. All right, it is time for our Tuesday update. So I am going to go ahead and write in, I think I'm okay to write some of this stuff in. So we're gonna give it a go. Again, I'm super nervous. Oh, this looks juicy and I don't know why. I'm gonna use some scrap paper. That's super fun. I'm not really sure what that's about. It looks very, very juicy though. Okay, and then I'm gonna write in this heading for energy. Like I said, I do think I'm a little premature in writing these out, but just to maintain some continuity, I guess we're gonna just write them in. And then tasks. I don't know, maybe different tombos take different time frames to dry. It's okay, it's okay. I'm not gonna try to freak out too much about it. And then while that dries, we're gonna move on over. You'll see I already popped in my weather as well. So I'm gonna do tidy apartment. And I'm also going to write in, I think what I wanna do is use a car situation from one of my sticker books. I think I want to use things that have like a gold accent to them because I think it's a good complement with these colors. So like any kind of like gold stickers, this will be good because I need to do a little bit of all of these things this week. It's a good way for me to use up my stickers. I needed to what kind of M is that? Mr. Transmission. I'll put in parentheses Jeff. I needed to take Jeff to pick up his car that morning, so I didn't have a lot of time to get everything going. Then I'm gonna need a work sticker. Still a lot of the same like list and tasks, but I think it was more like paperworky reporting type of thing. Don't know. I think this is a good one. Ah, no, that I know when to use that. That is going to be better for the different thing. Let's do office. And I was actually in early because I had to take him. So we'll pop that in. And then I'm gonna grab my ruler to take it down to that mark right there. Okay, put a little dot, and then go ahead and do my list. It's basically gonna be everything that I migrated over And it's rare that I do this anymore, where I migrate it on paper. I usually just like make a list of what actually happened, but it was just kind of a weird the way I tracked was kind of weird this week with that. And I actually had a little bit more time this day. So I do want to grab I don't know, maybe the Tombow one, because I was working with some Tombows that day. I don't know that I have like a full-on like planner stack, like what I'm thinking of. I think I'm just gonna use the Tombows. I'll just put it in the middle of the line, and that's okay. I'm gonna do update weeks, because that ended up being my when I had a few minutes project. Like I have tried really hard to only bring like kind of one project to work on at the office, like if I have kind of time to work on something, that's a good time for me to, you know, just play with some stickers and decompress a little bit. So I do that. And then I'm gonna do another little if I can get my crap together. I got home, I did cardio. And I am gonna use a TV sticker. Here as well, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pop one down for in the morning. Okay. Whoa. Do 30-minute cardio. My goal, hold on one second. I was like, I've got to not write it all over the place. And then I'm gonna leave that there for now. So that was really sloppy, but essentially my cardio, I actually was having a really good run. I'm trying to kind of like build back up from kind of some knee issues when I ran my half marathon, and I wasn't feeling super great. after that, and I had like some knee struggles, but so I'm trying to do like Pilates and other cardios and ellipticals and stuff like that. But I was actually running, and I have done a few runs where I've done like the 1 minute walk, 1 minute run sprint style. But unfortunately, when I went to try to run yesterday, I shouldn't have run in the afternoon. I'm not a good afternoon runner. And I tried to start off with running for a minute and resting for 30 seconds. And I got all the way out to a mile, and then someone who works here came to talk to me about this crazy situation going on with the food truck. And because we were talking about it before I walked in, and it's all girls, so we're all Gabby, and they came in and they were like, oh my God, you won't believe it. And so I ended up like walking more in between. So it wasn't as effective of a cardio as I would have enjoyed. But I would say as far as my mood goes, I was pretty excited because I had booked the beach, and again, I know better than to like just like idly hold this pen. It like wants me to write with it. It does not care. And then my energy was pretty good too, I think. And then again, my weather is in. So that completes Tuesday. It's pretty put together. Oh, no, it doesn't. I'm the weirdest weirdo. Okay. So we can go ahead and put this slash back in from yesterday. Then add in the skincare, vitamins, and meds. Still not tracking meals like I'm supposed to. I need to track my steps. I feel like I get a dot, but I don't want to assume. And I didn't get to work on virtual voyage at all, but I did get almost all of my water. 1, 2, 3, yep. Okay. And then again, some work on the weeks. Bed, dishes, litter box, floors, garden, pretty standard. Like I said, I'm waiting on the headings because I didn't want this to happen. So it looks like it's not happening on the pink. The pink is drying really well. But that does it for our little update for Tuesday. All right, let's get down to some Wednesday planning. So first, I'm gonna go ahead and connect my Monday, Tuesday dots. Okay, and I've already popped in my weather for Wednesday. I don't have anything to check off here. Putting mood in for Wednesday, I'm gonna drop it down to here, and energy was dropped as well, just a little baby drop. I think I was just really frustrated with, I felt like I kind of had like an analysis paralysis kind of day. I don't know, like there's so much going on, and I don't know, I just couldn't get focused, and I think I was like kind of brain dead. Okay, and then I'm gonna put EPS 3 and 4 and some hearts, because I definitely was kind of a TV nerd a little bit on Wednesday. I definitely think I watched more than, why did I do that? Because I definitely need this. I need this little sticker book to help bump me up. And then I am going to I need like a little grocery cart. There's lots of grocery situations that occurred this particular day. So I think I'm gonna do, how do I want to do that? Do I want tiny icons? Because it wasn't a big grocery trip either. It was just like a little baby one. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little dot for Kroger and a little dot for tidy the apartment. And then I can do a little work from home icon. Let's see. Oh, these are perfect. Maybe that pink one. We're gonna set these to the side unless I find something. The yellow chick would be super cute, I'm not gonna lie. I think those are a little too bold. I like the fall, but I really capitalize. I didn't even know I had so many sheets of the critter ones because they're so freaking cute and I love them. I think that's the one. I'm not gonna go through these ad nauseam. Like, that's not necessary. I really like these, and I think I like the pink. I really am drawn to that one. Maybe I can use the other one on Friday. Okay. And I really didn't want to do too much on this day, honestly. Johnson, Hawk, April. I don't love how that's written, but, and then I'm just gonna, I really just didn't do much. Like, I really wanted to focus on the apartment, to be completely honest. Like, it was kind of just a chaotic day. And then I'm making the biggest mess. So, like I said, I kind of had a little bit of the analysis paralysis going on. And then the problem with that was I really had a lot to do. I have so much to do now that the vacation is officially booked. And I really just, what did I want to use for Pilates? Because I feel like I have a cute little workout, like stretchy kind of thing that I want to use. And maybe this one. Keep those little guys together. I could just use like a workout. I feel like it's kind of like this too. This isn't meditation. This is more like yoga-y. And I didn't use weights, so let me use this guy because I am so bad about using the little yoga mat. People, I feel like I'm using bigger stickers. I'm sorry for any noise. I'm trying to get caught up early this morning on some things. So we've got RFP Pilates. RFG is what I wrote though, because that's our company. And this was number 22, if memory serves. Yes. So number 22. So I'm gonna do, I really actually am, this is reminding me, I need to look up, apparently there's like cream washi tapes that match this paper that I did not know. So, okay. So just finishing some thoughts while I put some things back. Why did I do that? Oh, because they were both, well, because this one was gone. I could have used pink, but it's like, what? So my day on Wednesday was a little crazy because I think I was just like super burnt out and Also, my boss was coming back from like literally vacation after time off and time out and all the things. So it was really chaotic because she was catching up on things. And so we had a nice little chat, and then I needed to go to Jeff's as well. And I was going to use a laundry, but I think I'm going to save that for later in the week. So I'm going to put that back, and I'm going to use a tiny icon just to balance this spread out a bit. But I was really stressing out over kind of everything. Like I needed to do laundry. The house was a nightmare. The garden needs my attention. Work is super busy. I am very tired. I mean, I feel kind of like a broken record a little bit. I'm sorry about that, but I just really was not like, I was all over the place on Wednesday. I definitely was not super focused. I didn't know what I wanted to do first, and I felt super overwhelmed as a whole. I swear I thought I had tiny icons for laundry. There they are. I was like, I'm not insane. Well, I mean, debatable. But I'm gonna put a little icon. But yeah, it was like to the point that Jeff was like, you don't have to come if you don't want to. Just gonna put darks, and I'm gonna put a P right there. It kind of dug into it a little bit. And I don't want this space to be here, so I'm gonna do a little laundry right there. And then I drove to Jeff's. And we had, did I have to stop on the way? I can't remember. I don't think so. I think I went straight there. And then I'm gonna put, I feel like I pretty much encompassed like the, wow. The ink ran. That's fantastic. Unfortunately, I do think that I was not all, what am I doing? I really don't feel like it's too early. It's definitely too early for this, I think. Okay. And my ink is running everywhere and causing the biggest mess in the whole world. For a dot, you guys, like we're going through it. Okay. So the day was super not productive in my opinion. I mean, I got crap done, but it was more like, it was more of like a topical tidy. There we go. I feel like that really is the day for that. And then we'll do trackers. But yeah, to just further reiterate something I've said 47 times in this clip already, Wednesday was chaos. I really don't feel like it was productive. I feel like my remote days can either go to hell in a handbasket, obviously, or be super productive. And I think that is just really dependent on what's going on. And in this particular week, I really feel like I'm getting incredibly overwhelmed and I need to do a big brain dump. So I will be doing that at some point. I'll probably end up having to do it this weekend. But yeah, that's kind of the vision, is just getting back on track. It's the start of a new month, so I'm hoping that also kind of gives me a little bit of step up. So I'm gonna go ahead and write in my titles. It has had plenty of time to set at this point. All right, and we're gonna do a swipe for skincare, vitamins and meds. I did actually log my meals for Wednesday. I haven't logged anything else. And I have checked, I've gotten dots for both of those. I do have a workout here, no reading, no virtual voyage. I can check off Nordstrom because I actually found out that I had prepaid, not prepaid per se, but I'm gonna do an X for my weeks for this day, and I'm also gonna log six cups of water. Since I just wrote over that, I'm gonna save bills for a different update. I'm gonna put in planners. And hopefully I didn't, okay. Ooh. Every time I write apartment, I get that song stuck in my head, the Bruno Mars one, the Appetop, whatever. Okay, making bed, dishes, litter box, floors. I'm gonna definitely say I did a 10-minute tidy. I don't think I got a task done per se, and I probably watered some plants. Like, that was probably the long and short of it. But yeah, Wednesday, not my finest hour and not my jam. So better luck moving forward. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next clip. Okay, so first and foremost, I apologize for the manic low energy of the last clip because I don't even know that I knew what planet I was on. I had like 30 seconds when I got home from, wow, I just slung my pen cap into a bag below me. I had like 30 seconds to get my collective crap together on Thursday morning. I went to Jeff's Wednesday night, and then I got there and I realized I did not have a shower cap to protect my hair, which was kind of meh. And then do I want to put, I feel like I had good energy Thursday, but I didn't have a great mood. I'm gonna put it at a meh because I was really, really tired. And I have already popped in my weather, but I haven't popped in my days of the week. And I can tell that the pen was getting juicy. It needed some attention. Okay. But yeah, super sorry about just the overall insane manicness of it. It literally was, I got there on Wednesday night and I crashed kind of, but I also realized like I forgot stuff that I would need. And also in the process of Wednesday, I realized that my boss is actually not going to be in on Thursday. So there was just a lot happening. But I apologize for not fun clips. I didn't have any time to literally do anything but like take a shower, get ready, and walk out the door. I was even gonna try to go to Publix when I got there, or when I was like in transition, and that actually did not happen. But I did have a lot of anxiety Thursday morning. I just was not, like I said, not in a super great place, like having to like run around super quickly. I want to see, I do feel like I was definitely overwhelmed, so maybe we'll put that to the side. I definitely was kind of feeling a little cuckoo crazy. Maybe that guy. I feel like it's going to be one of the anxiety ones. It's so funny because I look at these and I really feel like this is like so relatable with me, but I don't feel like I ever put it in my planner, which is insane. I think I do want to use... I'm gonna save those. I think I'm gonna use one of the swearing ones because I feel like this was more me, where I'm just like sitting there like shaking my hands like, ah! Because I had about 30 seconds to do everything Thursday before going to work. So I just want to do, I do need to move. Let's do a few things on this side before I move everything. I do like that I leave the dot to dry a little bit. I am gonna put bills here. So got that little guy. And I don't have anything. I do actually. It's a halfway. I'm gonna wait on that. I have downloaded at this point all of the Virtual Voyage content, but I have not posted in a minute. So we're gonna leave that alone. I am going to find a work sticker that I think will work very well. I do like the idea of having like the matching office stickers. I know what I'm gonna use. I could use that. Could use him. I thought I decided on him though, just to like clear. I don't know that I have another sheet. I'm like down to some really hodgepodgey situations over here. So this is worth noting. So, okay, so let's just walk through Thursday a little bit. So came from Jeff's, had literally no time. So that's what we're gonna write with the little anxiety emoji here, because I was just like completely overwhelmed, too much going on. What I was gonna comment on is how funny it is that so many of these stickers were picked out whenever I was in a different position at my office. So some of them are like, this right here is not nearly as often as it used to be, and it used to be the thing that I went through the fastest. So I think that's rather interesting. I kind of want to use this, but this like also feels very applicable. I'm going to use him and just clean out this sheet. And then I'm going to, normally I wouldn't start them so freaking close. Did I? Yeah, I did catty corner. So maybe we'll do that just to offset that a little bit. Oh, I can't do that because I do need to put like a big sticker here tomorrow. So we'll do him there, and that's okay. Move this little guy. Sorry about that. My phone apparently had a storage issue, so I had to fix that really quick before I could continue going. I'm gonna put completely overwhelmed. Panic. I'm just trying to fill some space there, full disclosure. Okay, and then I'm gonna list out work tasks. So I'm gonna do awesome. Like I said, I think a lot of it was strictly like just everything everything all at once type of thing. Again, it feels very overwhelming at the moment because my boss is back from her summer essentially, and there was a lot to do, and a lot of it required me physically doing things at the office, which most of my job I can do from home or like remote, but this was just like a very heavy in-office work day where I really needed to concentrate on some stuff so that I could have a really nice Friday, which is what I was after. I mean, aren't we all? But I really wanted to make sure that my Friday was available and open for me because it is Lunasaw. So I really just needed to set myself up for success. I think that was kind of it. I did a little bit of like, oh, I know what I need to put in here because I want to like even this out a little bit, and I did say that I was gonna do this. These happened at different times, but I think for the sake of the spread, I'm gonna put it here at the bottom. I actually went to Publix in the middle of the workday because I needed stuff for my sandwich. So I think I'm gonna do, how did I do it? I'm gonna just put it on the line and be a rebel. Started working on just updating some spreads in between things to keep my sanity. I definitely have to take breaks in between. So I might do a work task or two, just dependent on how long each one takes, and then I'll take a little break and like update the planners for maybe like 10 minutes just to like take a brain break. And then I do want to use a really fun emoji that I was thinking about the other day. So I actually tried something different. I am not a dance cardio person. I am not the one to do like Zumba and all that, but nothing wrong with it. I just realized like we have like there's like no chill over here. Like there's no baby icons on this one. So I'm sure we'll make up for it somewhere. So I was very shocked when I opened up my YouTube to do my cardio workout. That is a Pilates cardio workout. And saw this K-pop Demon Hunters dance workout. Like, who the heck am I? So I had to do it because I'm down that rabbit hole. If you're interested, it is from EMK Fit, F-I-T, and I'm sure you'll find it on her page, but super funny. That was an experience for sure. And then I started the doze for Lunasaw. Okay, going through trackers for Thursday. I actually had double skincare, which is rare. I don't know what my steps are. I did not look at that. I'll have to go back and look at that. Definitely did a workout. And then that is something I do need to put here is Virtual Voyage 10. I did download, so I feel like I can, I'm just gonna put BB10. I think it had enough time to set. I don't have any other updates. I did not, I don't even think no, I did update weeks. And I know I said I updated planners, but it was really like starting to put washies down and like really set up in other places. I don't know how to say that any other way. I don't think I did the litter box or the floors or a 10-minute task or even the garden. Like it was like bare minimum. I don't even know with any certainty. Actually, I'm gonna be completely truthful in this. I don't think I did either of these two things. Hindsight 2020. Okay, I think everything is in for Thursday, which is lovely. All right, when we come back, we'll connect our dots and get started on Friday. All right, let's get started with Friday. But before we do that, I do need to mark in my water for Thursday, which I actually drank all of, and I thought I was gonna drink another one, but I didn't. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do Friday because kind of the same thing happened. Okay. And then we'll hop over here while this little area dries. So let's connect some dots for Thursday. That's kind of sloppy. I did not hold that roller down enough. And I think I said in this, it definitely is not this clip, obviously, but like somewhere in this video, I think I said something about Coffee Monster Co. sale being this weekend. That's totally not till next weekend. That's weird. I have already popped in the weather. I don't have anything really to mark here quite yet. As far as Friday's mood, I was definitely in a pretty good mood. I was a little spicy, but I was good. Energy also really good. So we'll connect those dots later. I really need to put one of these under here, or else I'm gonna mess this up. So we've got slash for skincare, vitamins and meds. Still didn't enter my meals. I did not get my steps for Thursday, but I did for Friday. Did get my workout in. No reading, no virtual voyage. Rent got paid. Capital One was paid. Chase was paid. Victoria's Secret was paid, I think, already, but I need to double check that actually, and that'll keep me from not prematurely marking that. Then continuing trackers. Here I'm gonna do a slash on Wednesday for the weeklies and a slash on Thursday. And then I'm gonna do a slash for the weeks. Like I said, I really didn't mark much off on Thursday. Thursday was a really, really full day. I'm sorry about the sirens outside. I can't do anything. Oh yeah, I can't do anything about that. Litter box, floors, a 10-minute task. I don't think I got any like one thing done, but lots of tidying got done. So we're gonna call it there. Okay. So now we can get into the week. So the first thing I want to do is I'm gonna use the 2024 pagan holidays because I didn't use them all and they're the same every year. Roughly, yeah. But we're gonna do the Lunasaw bar. And I'm gonna pop that in. Whatever, centered enough. Going to because I did 3 and 4 here. I started, I ran out of room on Thursday, but I think I did Wednesday episode 5 here because I did, yeah, 5 here, but I did finish Hunter's Wife, so I want to leave space for that because not that Wednesday is not important, but like one episode of Wednesday is not like the most crucial thing. I am gonna put in just a simple dot, and I know that it goes without saying because I probably worked on it all day, but I did tidy my apartment. I can also see where my ink is getting like really fine through here because I'm gonna be shocked if I finish this spread. And then I'm gonna have to like figure it out for the monthly layout. I might have to put like a little bit more ink in here, just like enough to finish, but we're gonna try not to have to refill. All right, grabbing the Lunasaw back out. I did hit my elbow, that hurt. That was a very weird melodious sound in the hallway. I want to get a farmer's market. I don't know if it's, I feel like it's going to be in the shopping, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it needs to be actually. So I know where it is then. Somehow or another has made its way into food, which is weird. That's different. I'm seeing so many emojis that I'm gonna need to use. Yeah, I don't know why my farmer's market ones would be in here. It's strange. And I have the summer and the autumn. I think I'm gonna use the corn because I feel like the color palette is a little bit better, but I feel like that matches. That just matches better. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, I'm sorry. I should have just used a big one. I feel like that's aggressive though, so. I thought this was gonna be much bigger of an icon than it was. And let me actually consult my wallet because I threw one of my business cards in here. Okay, I thought it was 2 peas in a pod for a minute, but I was like, that's not right. So we're gonna do 3 peas in a pod. Do a little arrow. Okay, I do have an arrow somewhere, Jesus. Okay, and then I had to work on the bread, and then I had work tasks. So I'm just gonna bullet point my work tasks. I actually am glad that I didn't set this up earlier because I actually had a call scheduled at 11:30, and then literally right before I was gonna call this person, our assistant called and she was like, they just canceled. I was like, great, so great, thank you so much, like literally. So, and what sucked about this was it was scheduled last minute. It was scheduled on Thursday via email. Then she canceled last minute on Friday. And then on top of that, I have to prep for those calls. So I was a little plucked. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little upset. Okay, I am going to use a cooking emoji because I did lots of cooking. So back to the food. We're going to use a lot of food stickers because in the world of sabbating, I'm going to find a little chef, I think. I normally reserve the mustache ones for Jeffrey, truthfully. So, which is why I had to get other chef ones. It's okay. We're gonna use it. The first thing I made was the dough. I had to take the doughs from the night before, so I'm gonna put bread because it was 2 different kinds. Then I'm gonna do birria because I made birria tacos. Then pizza. Then peach cobbler and muffins for Shanice. I heard them. And that was the extent of the making yesterday. I made oatmeal for breakfast, but that to me is not like as involved in these items. So we had that. I do not want to repeat my very full view over here. Oh, corn. I also grilled corn in there. I can put that in there. But we're going to use the money thing if we can find it quickly. If not, I'm gonna, why? Every time. I just, oh, no hope. I do really like the tiny icons. I am definitely overdue for a tiny icon week where I just use these. So I think that would be fun soon. I'm kind of separating into some weird stacks, but I think it will be very helpful soon. I really want to get the tiny, or the teeny not tiny emojis so bad, but I have so many icons right now that I am refusing, or so many emojis that I am literally refusing to let myself have them until I have like depleted some things. Like that's a little bit absurd. And I do have this like extra sheet that I want to use to do something similar to this. I think what I'm ultimately going to do is like when the cars are dwindled down, like make this like balloons and days off and like kind of do like half sheets a little bit. But mainly I'm pulling these from like the monthly kits. I know I've talked about that before. But, all right, so I've got those set up and pulled out. Then I've got my emoji heads. Now this is what we were actually trying to grab. Okay. I needed to pay bills. And then I needed to go to Walmart, and I'm gonna also write laundry because I did do some laundry. And then I didn't write corn. I use this for, so we went from like literally like one extreme to the other. So I did 30-minute run. I don't know that I really like the dots. Did I do that? Yeah, I did it with some. I'm gonna do a dot here just to keep it cohesive. I did a dot there, and I didn't do a dot there because it's like a whole big there. Okay. Gonna run there. That handles tiny icon land, and I think I'm worried I'm not going to be able to find what I'm looking for in a somewhat quick manner. I want to put down I'm gonna have to like stop. I'm not gonna like do this on camera. There is a sticker that I want to use for this. It's like a little tiny like mystery TV, and I do want to order like a big set of them. So I think this is my sign to do that because I've thought about this a few times. So, all right, that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go find that sticker and I'll have it out so that when we do the Saturday update, we can pop that in to end off Friday and move into Saturday. Super exciting. All right, it is time for an update. So we're gonna connect some dots to start off with. I hope everyone's week has been going well. We're gonna connect Friday dots together. Okay. And then I popped in the weather, much lower temps today, 77 and 67. It's been like jungle raining and things like that, so I'm sure it's humid, but at least the temperatures are not in the 90s anymore. So as far as mood goes, I would say I'm about here, if not middle. I'm gonna err on the side of caution, and then I do have a good energy level today, so we're gonna mark that in. And then I can mark in vitamins and meds. It is about noon, so I'm about to leave for lunch, but I haven't accomplished too much. I did confirm that I paid BS, which I said I was gonna do. And we're gonna use this little goober to prop my hand up a little bit. And I get a little X for my weekly section. I have already had an entire bottle of water. I am doing a big clean on the bedroom and done dishes. I definitely have accomplished 10 minutes in one task for sure. All right, so that is some good starts. Let's grab some stickers. So I am going to, this was the sticker I was telling you guys about in the last clip, which it's all the same to you guys because these are all stitched together, but it's these cute little like murder mystery TV things. I know that they're still available in the shop somewhere, but I wanted to put that down. Even though it kind of is blue and doesn't go with the vibe, it's okay. I'm not that worried about it at the moment. But I do want to write in that I finished Hunting Wives. If you guys watched it, please drop below in the comments who you thought it was in the beginning and if you were right or wrong, like from episode 1. So if you haven't watched it, like speed up a few minutes, but I thought it was Jill from the get-go. Like episode 1, I was like, Jill shady, my money's on Jill, and I figured it would have something to do with Abby being pregnant. So plot twist when it was Margot because Margot was pregnant. So, you know, I'm just throwing that out there. I was thrown for a loop, but let me know if you guys went on that ride too. So I actually had to get up pretty freaking early because Jeff was going to, wow, I lost my whole train of thought looking for a sticker, essentially. Jeff was leaving to go fishing this morning. So, yes, very, 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 very early wake up that I really, 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 really did not want to do. But, yeah, he woke us up at 5. So, like I said, it's about midday. I do feel like I'm going to crash pretty ever-loving hard, but we'll see how far we can get. I don't know that laundry will be very, very applicable. I do like the spring cleaning because I have flowers that match, but I am pretty hell-bent on using that dusting sticker. And I do want to check and make sure I don't have it like spared somewhere, because I feel like I did. But I think I cleaned up all of the weirdo spare stickers that were hanging out for a while. If I ever find it again, I'll use it again. But yeah, this one really isn't even applicable either. Although the lighting at candle one is, because I did light a candle in the bedroom. So what I want to do is do a dot for dishes and a dot for laundry. And then I'm gonna put for bedroom. I'm just gonna write bedroom because I literally did all the tasks on my list. This pen is going bananas. It is got a mind all of its own. I'm gonna add way too many details to this because I want to take up all the space. I did clean off my altar area. I am a witch, just in case we're wondering. And then I'm gonna put in hourglass. I'm gonna put HD for short because hourglass routine was my routine. I'm not marking it with any fun stickers. Okay. I'm not gonna use this laundry one on today, I think, because I'm gonna start the drying process of something else. I don't know, I may do some laundry when I get back other than the bedroom laundry. I'm kind of doing a Little Mermaid marathon in the background. I'm gonna go meet the boys for lunch for burgers. So I think I'm going to write I don't want to use shopping at all. But yeah, the cleaning of the bedroom and all the things took up a majority of the time. Actually, there's another sticker I can put in place. I'm gonna do a little YouTube icon. I'm gonna do home, and I didn't put a dot. I'm being very strange with these dots this week. I don't know what my deal is. Like, I feel like if it's just one thing, it doesn't need a dot unless it's like off to the side here. I don't know. I feel like I need to go back and watch some Coffee Monster Co videos because I know that's where my inspiration's coming from. but I'm just like, I'm not loving this. I'm not really super loving this. Okay, so I very specifically want a potato. Or do I want, let me tell you, that butter is about to be used for sure. So I am meeting the boys at Summits with the boys. And then I'm gonna do the arrow this way because so many of my arrows have been going that way. And then when I get back, I need to make s'mores bars. That's what I was gonna use this butter thing for. So I need to make a dot for Bath and Body Works. I need to stop there on the way back and get some soap. And then I need to make s'mores bars. I don't think that has an S in it that way, like the apostrophe S, but we're gonna leave it. And then I'm gonna make a dot for kitchen just to clean up, like tidy up. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do like anything massive. I do want to leave a little, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do have a little bit of space there. So I do want to leave it. I do have some packages I need to pick up at the package room. So I'm just gonna write packages actually. Okay. And then I want to find my very random pocket. It's the random pocket where all the stickers go that have like a weird home, like hobbies or mushroom forest, like language learning. I mean, I do feel like there's like a hobby element here, but I'm gonna do one of these cute little Fisher guys because these are kind of the same and I feel like those are kind of the same. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna put it over here just to have some back and forth like I did here, just to kind of balance it out. Fish fry at 6 p.m. I feel like I'm misspelling his name, but there's a fish fry at 6 p.m. at Fabian's house. So we will be there for the rest of the evening. So I'm gonna put that back. But like I said, I do have a little bit of time in between, so I'll be interested to see what I get up to when we get back. Because I'll have a few hours, but I think it's basically gonna be Bath and Body Works s'mores bars and tidying up the kitchen, getting the packages. Don't really think I'm gonna have as much time as I think I'm going to do anything else, but I do feel pretty accomplished that I got one room like completely deep cleaned, and I burned my Lunasod candle in there and it just felt really, really nice. So I am gonna count it as a win, and I did get caught up on some of these clips. So we just gotta take the wins sometimes, but all right, I will see you guys in the next clip and we're gonna wrap everything up for the week. All right, everybody, it is time to wrap this bad boy up for the week. It is about midday on Sunday, so I feel like this is a good stopping point, even if some stuff gets planned after the fact. You will see it in a flip through 6 million years from now. I'm so behind on flip throughs. It's absurd. I literally have not done a flip since like I post the flips when they're ready, obviously, but just to give you like an idea, I won't flip a month until it's complete, and I definitely think moving into 2026 I'm gonna kind of have to like let go of some of that crap, but essentially I am trying to wrap up like September of 2024 because this is complete, but the dailies aren't complete, and I won't flip until everything's complete. And so I'm really behind on content. Like, even though I fill out dailies in real time, I often miss a lot of days. I feel like you understand what I'm saying and can relate, but it is what it is there. Okay, so I've already popped in the weather. I'm gonna say that I'm in about the same mood as yesterday. Like, I'm happy, I'm content. I definitely have a lot of energy, but I'm gonna let that dry and then I'll connect them. Some of these things are gonna have to go by the wayside, I think, and I'll pop them in if I have time. And I really don't have a lot to write down. It's gonna be an interesting little Sunday planning session. But as far as skincare goes, I get a slash. I haven't logged my meals. I did get my steps in, no reading, no virtual voyage. And then I don't have anything to check off on Sunday yet. Nothing in bills. I do need to check off weekly. I can check off weeks for both of these days, and I still have some work to do in that category. I'm actually going to do my trackers today while I wait for bread to bake. I have already made my bed, dishes are done, litter box hasn't needed anything yet, and I did tend to the garden, so that handles that. Now I don't know if you can hear it, but it is raining cats and dogs outside. It has been raining since last night, which is lovely. Honestly, we just needed the cooler temperatures. It was 97 at the beginning of the week and definitely felt hotter than that, but it actually feels very nice, very cool. It's gonna feel muggy as a mother later. I live in Georgia, so it's hot and it's humid most of the time. I normally don't. I wish I had gone through my samplers again to see if I have like a rainy day sticker, but I don't have time to do that at the moment. That's hail. That's thunderstorms, which is not the vibe. It's just rain. It's just rain. But I don't like that this is the last one. Maybe I need to just get like some super cute rainy day emojis. Food for thought. I am starting to think about what I want to pick up in the birthday sale. And we woke up about 8:30, so we slept in a good bit. I'm gonna try to give myself some extra. I have a big stack of sticker books. And so I'm gonna put lazy, rainy day. Mainly, I was hoping for just a lazy day because my feet hurt so bad. I literally was on my feet 6, 7, 8, 9. It can go about here. And I'm gonna let that dry. So we're gonna pop back over here. We're gonna just pop back and forth. My feet hurt really bad because I literally was on them all day. That's not uncommon for me on a Sabbath, to be completely honest. I really like, I'm usually up and cooking most of the day, which is fine. I don't mind that whatsoever. I'm a kitchen witch. That's what I do. That's what I love. However, I'm just very tired from cooking nonstop and then working, and I stand when I work, and I'm home, which I was. So all of that combined, I did that. And then Saturday after Jeff left, I did all the cleaning. I was on my feet for that. And then I cooked, and then we got to the fish fry, and I was standing outside, and I finally was like, I'm going to go inside in the AC. It was so humid. It was so hot. And I just sat down, which was really nice. But I am really focused on updating my planners today, sitting down, chilling out. I do have to make soup at some point today, so there's still a good bit to do, but I'm really gonna try to just chill a little bit. It's still gonna be really productive, but I'm even going to Jeff's to further encourage myself to chill. So I'm gonna do tidy apartment, and I'm gonna I need to put a dot here for the same thing. So bread, I had to start baking the bread. I only did one loaf, so I'm gonna do the other loaf here. So I'm gonna tidy the apartment, and I'm gonna bake bread. I was I'm gonna put film plan with me, and then I'm gonna put a dot for film VV10. I'm just gonna do 2 little dots. Like, I'm not gonna focus on further details. I do the same thing when I'm talking about clients. So technically each client is like a different thing, and it might be multiple things. And so like I had, for instance, for Murray, I needed to send her a DocuSign envelope. Sorry, I'm dropping everything everywhere trying to find a pair of tweezers to fix this sticker before it makes me insane. But like for Murray, I had several different things that I wanted to do. And then rather than write each thing out or make it super complicated, I just write like the simplistic version of it because it just saves space that way. And I'm just moving this down a touch so that it covers both lines because I'm OCD and that bothers me. So that's where we're at. And then while the bread is baking, while things are uploading, because that is my upload for the day, I'm a little late on getting that one done. I'm going to be packing up the car and then driving over to Jeff's. If I have enough time, I'm going to handle Binks's nails and brush. So if I get that done, that would be really nice, but I'm not super optimistic about it either because there's dishes I might want to put away or things I'm going to be trying to pack up. So unfortunately, I don't think that that's going to happen, which sucks because I do have a little gold icon that I could have used and that would have like spaced it out a good bit. I mean, never say never. I could totally get that in. But I do need to, I'm going to, for the sake of the video, put in other things that I am doing today. So if it's out of order, it's out of order, and it is what it is. So we are going to look for I was curious if there was a grapefruit on the fruit list. This is literally how I felt last night. I felt awful, like, and I still feel awful, like, I just ate way too much food yesterday. I think I'm gonna do this one. I could have definitely dropped some lines, but since I have a little bit of runoff space, I'm going to do that. So I need to make chicken water soup and tuna salad. And again, I could have just written soup, but then I would have had some space. So that like elongated it out a little bit, which I love. So put that up there. And then I left that by accident. Yeah, I really do, because usually the birthday discount is pretty big, so I really do need to just kind of like go through and see what all I have and see how I feel about everything. Then I think I'm just gonna do a very like blanket update planners, and then I think I'm gonna do a dot for September 2024 because I want to work on those dailies, because I do want to post that video soon ish. And then I also need to start working on the no, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. I know that Jeff and I are gonna watch a movie later, but I don't know what movie it's gonna be. We haven't discussed that at all. And I'm gonna put, actually, I will put a dot for this. I will put a dot for beach planning, because I need to plan lots of things for that. So, all right, I feel like this is pretty full. So the only thing I will go ahead and cross off too. I really think I'm gonna do 3 because I drink a lot of water at lunch too. So I feel like this is a good place to leave it. You know, I don't feel like you're gonna miss anything by not seeing like what movie I watched. And you know what? Every time I keep looking down at this one thing and it's making me insane. So I am gonna do finished. I am okay. I feel like that's a harsh rating. And I feel like that's a really not cute star. So I'm gonna try to fix it. And I'll probably mess it. Okay, I actually didn't mess it up fixing it, and it has plenty of time to dry. So that's a Christmas miracle in August. Okay. The only things that you're really gonna miss out on are if I get any of these things done, which I'm gonna meal plan for the beach for sure today. I'm gonna try to post something, and if I have time while things are cooking, I will do Binks's nails. So that's fine. I don't think that you miss anything by me not checking off my tracker. I have to check finances before I can pay these bills, and that I should put here, but it's okay if I actually don't check those 2 things because they are not due until next week. That was just some pre-planning. I'm gonna work on my tracker, so I will check that at some point, but I don't wanna check it until it's done. And then same thing with anything else that I'm missing out on over here. So I really don't think we're missing anything. That's kind of the bulk of the planning. And then as far as my Hunter's Wives rating, I am ranking 3.5 because I felt like I did not, I think I was comparing and contrasting it too much to A Perfect Couple, and I liked A Perfect Couple more. That's just my opinion. I think it's a really good watch. So normally I would rank like a good watch at 4, but I don't know, like it's not like for me, it's not retaining like A Perfect Couple was. Like A Perfect Couple, I told everybody, I like still feel the same way, and that was like a month ago. So, and it's only been a few days and I've already like do. So That was a fun sound effect for you guys. But I hope that you guys enjoyed planning this week with me. I'm really looking forward to next week's spread and everything. I am so pumped about all the things going on next week for that. But it's also going to be a really full week, so I don't know how excited I am about that. But until our next video, enjoy the last little dog days of summer. I'm sure a lot of you have gone back to school and all the things. But until the next time we catch each other, enjoy creating your own little wonderlands. Bye, everyone.